We need to talk about how easy it is to grow on Pinterest right now, because this is crazy that a couple of weeks of work has done, because this is honestly crazy. So you can see here, I'm just over 500,000 monthly views. I'll show you what it actually is. I want to go into my analytics so that it's not cheating or lying or anything. So right now I'm actually way over that, 600,000 monthly impressions. Impressions are sort of a vanity metric, but they are important to know that your pins are getting in front of people. Obviously, the biggest one we want to look at is outbound clicks, which is up 14%, which is great. And you can see the huge jump in my analytics. So I was averaging at the end of November around 10,000 impressions every single day. And through posting and a lot more consistently, I'm now averaging 30 to now 60,000 impressions, almost 70,000 impressions a day. And if we look at outbound click, then you can see I wasn't doing that well for a long time, anywhere in the mid 100s. And then all of a sudden I started hitting 200, which I thought was great on its own. And now for the last few days, I have been doubling it and getting around 800, 400, and then 800 the last 2 days. And I'm hoping it's going to continue like that. I think it will, just from creating way better pins. So the thing with Pinterest is it is a visual search engine. So we know that posting pins is important, but they need to be visually interesting and visually stimulating enough to stop somebody scroll and be able to click through to your blog instead. So I actually just want to show you the last 7 days, because the last 7 days have been where I've seen the most growth, and I think it's just going to continue like this, which is great. So I have 300,000 impressions in just the last 7 days and over 3,000 outbound clicks. Everything is going so well. It's crazy because I feel like I've had a lot of notifications for saves, and to know that my outbound clicks are still double that is amazing. I'm hoping Pinterest will become my new main source of traffic. Right now it's still TikTok. I still like TikTok. I'm still averaging around 30 to 40,000 impressions, even though I haven't really been posting that much from TikTok. So, I mean, it's still a great source of traffic, I think, but I like Pinterest because I can control exactly where I want people to click through to. And I think the blog posts are more helpful. And that way my traffic is spread out to a lot more pages versus just the one page that I have linked on my TikTok account. So you can see here, it's just been like a steady growth, and I hope it just continues. I also just wanted to show within the last little bit, all of these pins, almost all of them are within the last couple of weeks when they were posted. So I think that that is just great. It's showing how much Pinterest absolutely loves new content. So enough with the analytics. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I do. You can see here, these are all scheduled to go out, most of them for today, actually. You can see I'm just scheduling out so many of these pins, but I think I just love the way that these templates look. So if we're looking at them, I think this might be one of my other favorite kinds. One, just because it's so easy to create, but it still shows a full title. And I do like, I think this one might be my second favorite. Most of my other ones have a black background or this fun one, but I really like this one. It's very simple and the contrast is really good. The writing just really stands out, and I think it helps people click through a little bit better. So I'm going to go in, create a couple more posts to go out for today, and I'll just show you exactly what we're doing. So we're going to do it for this blog post here on 17 inspiring pastel home office ideas. And we're just going to open my Canva up with my templates, and then I'll move that over and just show you exactly the steps that I'm taking. So we have these ones here. These are my main templates that I use for Pinterest. I don't want to use this one right now because that's my most used one, but I'm just gonna do, I think, two of these ones, and then maybe one of this one, and then maybe this one too. So I'll show you what I mean. I have some new pictures to post under it, so I want to add those pictures to my Canva. Like I said before, I just create my pictures. I think it's always best to have your own unique pictures so that people are not using your pictures, and it just is better because it's showing Pinterest that it's unique. So obviously you can always take your own pictures, pay for stock images, or create them with AI. So I'm just uploading some new pictures here that I have for this blog post, and we're just going to write the title on here. So 17, I always using a number so that people know that they're going to get more than just one thing in here. Always using some sort of adjective. So it could be cute, cozy is a big one, best is another good one, but we'll just use cute for right now. And then we'll just put pastel home office ideas. And I'm showing you this in real time so that I can show you how quickly this can be done, and you can start growing your Pinterest account super quickly. Pastel home office idea. So then we have that template, and then I'm just going to do two of these ones and just take this full title because it's just easy like that. So we can do that. I'm just going to make it, do I like that? Yeah, let's do that. And then just make this a little bit tighter, and then just make sure that it's all centered. You just want to make sure that these images are as pretty as you can make them. So I'm just going to post all of these new ones in here. So I have that one, that one, that one, and that one. And I think these are all so pretty. And then we have these ones. So we're going to just drag them right in. I don't like those colors right beside each other like that. So we're going to do that one and this one instead. What am I doing? No, this one instead. And then I definitely have some other pastel saved images in my Canva thing. So I'm just going to find those and then add it to it. Or I should just take ones from here and just re-add it. It's fine. So I'm just going to save it and save this one too. Perfect. And then just upload those ones. Perfect. And then once those are loaded, I'm just going to I just want to make it so that it's more separate and you can sort of see it just looks a little bit better. Just want to make sure it says pleasing to the eye as possible. And then we have this one here. So we're going to use just all of our pictures in here. Perfect. So we have 1, 2, I think we have 6 altogether. So now I'm just going to download these. So it was these ones, and then perfect. And just like that, it's so quick and so easy. And then we just have 6 brand new pictures that we can post on Pinterest for today. So I always just go to Pinterest, and I like just posting it straight from Pinterest and scheduling it straight on Pinterest. There's so many great schedulers out there, but I just love it. You can even schedule this straight from Canva here. I'm not going to show you how to do that because I don't do that, so I don't think it's necessary. But it's really easy to be able to schedule these pins, and I think it's also better to schedule pins because you don't want to be manually posting this. It's way too time consuming. That's why schedulers are so great. So we're just going to take the URL of the blog post and put it in here and just make sure it's on all of them. And then I, again, just use the blog post title. You could change up the title if you want and make it more unique. You could add cozy or cute, inspiring, best ideas, like anything that you want, but I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. And then I am going to go into pin clicks here and look up our keyword, which is home office, and then pastel. We'll see what other keywords come up with that. Not a great search volume, if I'm going to be honest. It's already created, so that's fine. So we'll just see what the top pins are for it and just take some of the keyword annotations from that and then add it. So let's see here. None of these are really pastel, if I'm being honest. And this tool is PinClicks. If you don't know already, I highly recommend PinClicks. It's the best keyword research tool that there is, in my opinion. All of the other ones just don't really compare, and I see like basically every single huge name in Pinterest now using PinClicks as well. I know Tony Hill did it, and it's just such a great tool. So what I'm going to do is I'm just using the keyword research one. I searched it up, and I'm just going to take some of the annotated interests here, which these annotated interests are what Pinterest, once you have submitted your pins and posted them online, they look over them as humans. These are not like AIs. It's humans that go over and then say that this picture is about these things. And then you know that this is how they categorize things, and you want to start using these keywords in your Pinterest descriptions, in your boards, in your titles, because this is how Pinterest organizes things, and you want to be able to make their search as easy as possible. And that's how you start ranking for these keywords. So I'm going to use these ones right here, and I'm just going into my ChatGPT. You could always just write these, but it's a little bit easier to just have ChatGPT do it. So I'm telling it to write 6 descriptions. I've already trained it on about these things. I don't want French country because I don't know what that is, but the rest of these are great keywords. So it's going to write 6 descriptions on that, and I'm going to let it do its thing. It always crashes when I'm recording myself, so I have to just let it do its thing while it loads. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to post these every hour for the next little bit, for obviously the next 6 hours, I guess. And I have all of my boards here, and I'm just going to pick different boards for them to go to. I don't have a pastel office idea board because obviously the search is very low for it, so that doesn't really make sense. But I have a lot of other boards that these would be fresh new ideas for. So let's go into this. Let's do home inspo, home office, work from home ideas, home office, all these different boards. Obviously do your own keyword research. Don't just choose the boards that I do, because it's going to work differently for everybody else, and you don't want to just copy what other people are doing. It's just not a good way to do things. Just like, you can use other people's tips or other people's strategy, but you always want to make sure that you're doing your own unique things, because otherwise Pinterest knows when you're just taking other people's pins. I see that all the time. It's why a lot of people watermark things. Here, for instance, you can see my blog is on this because you just saw me create it. And when I see other people, I click on the pin that's on my timeline, and I will look at it. And when the blog title doesn't match the watermark that's on here, I will never click through, because why are you stealing other people's content? It's not a good look, and Pinterest has already seen it. It's not unique. Pinterest loves unique images, and that's why it's so easy to just make your own. I have free templates for you that I will link down below so that you can just do it as easily as possible, the same way that I do it. And I would rather see everybody doing their own thing and finding ways to make things work for them instead of just copying other people. So basically what I'm going to do is post this one to one of my boards. And then I'm going to change this just a little bit and go to this one because I absolutely just love the layout of this one. Although I put it under feminine. So let's take this one because I noticed it just says feminine home office ideas, and that's what my board is called. So I'd like to match the board description to, or sorry, the board name to sometimes whatever keywords are also in here. I don't actually know if it actually does anything, but I think it does. If it just means that it matches better. I don't know. This one talks about the different colors. So you just also want to make sure your descriptions also match what's in the picture here. Like it does say muted pinks, baby blues, mint greens. So obviously I'm going to do this one because it has all those colors in it. So then I did that one for 6 p.m. So this one can be for 7 p.m. and they're all going to different boards. So it's completely fine if you end up posting things that are to the same URL, as long as they are different and different ideas, it is all good. If you have a more established account. I don't know if this works for newer accounts. My account's established, so I don't have to worry about it, but obviously do your own research for it and tried out different things. That's how I established my strategy and how I found out what was going to work for me. It was by trying different things. So I think it's really good to try things, figure out what works for you, and then create your own strategy. Perfect. So now because I'm doing a lot of this manually, I know that you could use something like a Tailwind that schedules it out and repeats the pins and does it all like that. But I'm having such good results from just manually posting things and having things scheduled like this. So I'm just going to keep doing it this way. I don't have my full strategy here. I'm not going to share my board strategy because I'm still developing all of that. But you can see just from my analytics that what I'm doing right now is working so well for me. Just the outbound clicks are so good. The impressions are good. The saves are good. Everything is going well with this Pinterest strategy. So if you are looking to grow quickly on Pinterest, I think that this is the best strategy for you.